Back to Gorevoid. Today we're going to talk about Gnaw. Gnaw. Food of the Gods 2. It's naturally a sequel to Food of the Gods. But luckily it's the kind of sequel that you don't need to have seen the previous entry at all. Extra lucky in fact, because the first one was pretty boring. Here's what you need to know. Chemical gross stuff make animals big, and big animals and bad and angry. Now you're caught up. All ready to watch Food of the Gods 2. Anyway, we start off with some kind of vague animal rights protest.
Animals have rights! Animals have rights! Professor Delhurst, I want to talk to you.
Would you get out of my way, please?
I said peas.
I'm late.
For what? Another execution?
Somebody call security.
The animals keep checking in, but they don't check out, do they? You're not a scientist. You're an undertaker. We are not through, Professor Delhurst.
Within the next decade, 2 of you will die of cancer. I am doing my best to reduce those figures.
What an asshole.
What exactly is being done to animals here to warrant a protest anyway? It's not important enough information to give the audience, I guess. Fuck it. All we know for now is it's some kind of vague science place doing vague science stuff, and inside, a vague science man is sciencing away on some science, when he gets a call and has to rush away from his important science to go deal with this infamous scene.
Bobby, I want you to meet my colleague, Dr. Hamilton.
And I'd like you to get the fuck out of here.
It's all
Get
right.
out of here. Get out of my room. Get out of here, bitch. Get out of here. Get out of my room.
That boy ain't right.
Oh shit. Turns out Science Guy's science pal slipped Bobby some experimental growth drugs, presumably the same ones from the first movie, to help with his underdevelopment, and whoops, now we got a giant crazy Bobby on our hands. How does something like this happen? Doctor, our Bobby is just too small. I know he's still in grade school, but can't he grow faster? So yeah, Science Guy's been brought in to help deal with the unfortunate situation. But hold on.
It's not working. Months of experiments, 11 different formulas, now a scalp transplant, and it's still not working.
We're wasting our time with animals, Professor Delhurst.
That music.
We give them massive doses of radiation so they'll lose their hair. Then we try to make it grow back again, but it won't. Just end up dying from cancer.
Don't be an idiot all your life, Brett. They pay me to study cancer. The Institute expects animal research. They expect radiation treatments. If it happens that I stumble on a cure for baldness, lucky me. And lucky you too, Baldy. Well, we'll wrap this up. Tomorrow, we'll start on the Beaver.
Oh. Okay. I guess that would explain the protesters. Baldy. So later that night, the protesters returned to bust the animals out. What's with this dog? Did they just go home and turn the lights out in the middle of an operation? Oh, okay, so they don't actually free any of the animals, they just smash the lab up and take pictures so they can post them all over the place the next day. And just leave the animals there, I guess. Animal rights.
Oh, gross. Can you imagine that?
Hey, ladies. Me. Excuse me. Go. Excuse me. Go. Yes.
No, Tom, I want you to start ripping these posters off the walls in disgust. Every single one of them? No, do a bunch in the row, but then just skip a bunch randomly. And then walk past a whole stretch of them and rip off one more, but do that one extra angry. Anyway, back to Science Guy.
Neil, I'm a colleague in need.
I'm under a deadline, Edmund. I'm sorry.
Deadline? You've been working for years to produce produce that only Lilliputians would appreciate. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. The flowers are lovely.
Time for a science montage.
List all protein molecules with 100 plus amino acid sequence. Then contrast and compare each one to 192 methynyl human growth hormone. Stuff works.
Science guy's supposed to be helping fix Bobby, but apparently instead he's using it to grow some giant vegetables.
This is the food of the gods.
Title drop.
Do you realize how valuable this is? Big cows, big fish, big pigs. Food for everyone and anyone. We're talking the end of world hunger here.
I'll just settle for an antidote.
I'm only doing this to help Bobby. Then why did you grow those giant tomatoes? Yeah, I think you can see where this is going now.
You wouldn't know anything about the party in Delhurst lab last night by any chance, would you?
Dr. Hamilton, how are you?
Oh, fine, Marion. Fine, thank you.
Loved your lecture last week.
Thank you.
Excuse us.
Anytime, Dr. Hamilton.
Planning some late night cramming sessions?
Oh, come on, Alex. You know I wouldn't even dream of another woman.
Oh, sure.
You got time for a bite to eat?
No, I don't. I have an appointment.
With whom?
I'll see you tonight, okay? 8 o'clock and we'll do something special.
Sounds X-rated.
Anytime, Dr. Hamilton.
Oh boy. Of course he's fucking one of the students too. It's the 80s, so of course he is. And one that's also coincidentally a member of the animal rights activist group. What else could go wrong? Really, you have a pet rat and you just let it run around wild with open experimental chemical samples just sitting all around? What? You even hear some glass breaking and he just looks annoyed and doesn't even check. Like, fuck it. It's not important.
Well, girl, I better put you to bed before you bankrupt the department.
And now he's summoning the rat with a flute. What the fuck? This is supposed to establish that he has a really close relationship with his pet rat. Even though this is like as deep as it gets. Well, that, and if you count the other scene where he's having sex with his girlfriend and you show the rat on the bedpost watching. But, you know. Science sidekick convinces him to start testing on animals instead of tomatoes so they can get some real results. So let's see. You're going to take some chemicals that make things grow to enormous sizes and go into rage mode and inject it into a rat. And what the fuck do you think the result will be? Can you viewers at home guess? Anyway, the protesters are back because they've somehow intuited that science guys also started using animal testing today. Oh no, Willard's loose and he's gotta eat your face. Only through the bars, bro. Afterwards.
Well, can you at least estimate the big rat's weight?
I don't know. 15, maybe 20. I don't know.
Leave her alone. She didn't cuddle the damn thing.
How big was that rat when you left here last night? About 14 ounces, but you want to know what I think?
No.
So the rats are loose. Time to call in the badass 80s exterminators.
I can't believe they called us in to find one stupid rat. What, were you gonna take a flamethrower for a rat?
No, obesity breath. This is no ordinary flamethrower. See, I modified this baby myself. I just find the rat, aim, and kazoom.
Kazoom! Flamethrower for rats. Don't question it. So the surviving protesters now decide they're going to go hunt the rats down themselves. Why? To catch it so they can show the police there really was a giant rat, even though they weren't charged with anything and it doesn't really matter either way at this point? I don't know. So they just venture off into the sewer expecting to just run into one specific giant rat. Seems fine. Surprise! Giant rat's in the library though. Not sure name-dropping Animal Farm in a story about the evils of animal testing is at all fitting or clever, but whatever. I'm just here to see giant rats get hit with flamethrowers. Hope you enjoyed that guy with the flamethrower, because he just vanishes from the movie after this.
This isn't the rat.
Of course it is.
There is no yellow spot. The rat I injected had a yellow spot on it.
Yeah, you're looking at a barbecue, buddy. This rat could have been a goddamn Dalmatian for all we know.
That's right, Neil. And we have the absolute assurance from the exterminator that this was the only one.
Why don't you listen to me? This is not the same rat, which means there are others.
Really, Neil, I think you're being just a bit paranoid.
Oh well, I guess the crisis is averted then. Isn't it always? Why would they have such a hard time believing this at this point? Like, you have one actual giant rat right there. Why couldn't there be more? Like, one giant rat, I believe that. Several giant rats, that's ridiculous. Oh, it's a poppycock. Everyone might be in danger from a swarm of giant rats? Ain't got time for that shit. Yo, I found the giant rat in the sewer, but I don't think it's scared of my tennis racket. This plan isn't working out at all. Why are they making pig noises? Oh well. Bye! Hey, remember Bobby? Well, now he's on the loose too. Well, he was. Why did they shoot him? What did they think they were chasing here? Who even were these guys?
Lab.
Neil, it's Kate. Look, we're running out of time. Bobby tried to get away last night. The guards had to stop him. He wasn't badly hurt, but he's completely out of control. His strength is overpowering, and he's still growing. I've had to sedate him, and... Neil, I am so afraid.
The guards? This lady just has her own security force? What were their orders here? Hello, guards? A giant child has escaped from my lab, and I need you to bring him back. Yeah, I guess you can shoot him a little bit, sure.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Science guy and his sidekick finally decide they need to take matters into their own hands.
Okay, boy, come on, let's go.
That boy got a good whiff.
Think you got enough firepower?
If they've got as crazy as Bobby, we're gonna need an army.
They just grab their rat-tracking Rottweiler and a few M16s, and off they go. They're awfully well armed for a couple of college professors. But first, a quick interlude.
Carlos? Will you cut the shit? Carlos? Ah! Oh, Carlos.
Get it? Because she's so slutty, she thinks a giant rat in a bush is her boyfriend wanting to fuck.
What is it?
I'm sorry. I got to go.
Again? Shit.
Wait, it wasn't a giant rat? What? Why was there a giant rat squeak then? He really was just laying down in the bushes waiting for her to fall on him? Cool plan, I guess.
La cucaracha, ya no puede caminar.
Oh, okay, and there was a giant rat. It was just waiting in a different bush so it could bite someone in the ass. Sure. So the rats are all over the place eating people now. Naturally, the authorities still don't think it's a big deal, because this is a horror movie after all.
20 years of rec checks, I've never seen something like this.
Well, you're going to see a lot more of this if you don't evacuate the campus.
Yeah, well, it's private property, Doctor. That's not exactly my call. All finished, Lieutenant? Well, there's a few things that concern me. I'd like this tidied up as soon as possible.
Dean, you can't ignore this.
This is just a car accident.
Since when do cars eat your liver?
You know the drill. Just the same old Jaws excuse. Oh, we're too busy and important and a big event is coming up. Just don't tell people about all the murders. It'll be fine. Hold that thought while we do a weird dream sequence, though. Well, that was necessary. Absolutely vital to the plot. Anyway, they come up with a new plan to track the rats, since the dog was useless, but before they get started, Sidekick gets eaten.
Josh. Don't worry about it. No, buddy, we're gonna get you to the med center. Don't worry about it.
You son of a bitch. You're smoking again. Smell it on your breath.
The dean then says, gee, maybe we should do something about these rats. Definitely don't cancel the big investor party, though. Not enough murders for that yet. In the meantime, the shifty scientist dude from earlier seems to have stolen a sample of the growth formula from Science Guy's lab. What could go wrong this time?
This is a license to print money. Reaction to the hormone is as expected. Immediate and rapid growth. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be rich and famous. Perhaps, on top of everything else, this is a cure for baldness. Damn.
Uh-oh. Oh, look, they included some behind-the-scenes footage inside the movie. That's a nice bonus. They just left that in, huh? Well, I mean, it's not even that surprising. You watch this movie and you're going to see a lot of fuck-ups, a lot of mic shots drooping in from the ceiling. More than I've seen probably ever. But, you know, still worth it. So I guess what happened there was he combined the growth formula with the dog's cancer cells because that would maybe cure baldness because reasons, and then cut himself and it leaked into him, causing dog cancer cells to grow to giant size inside him and make him Cancer Man. I don't think that's how it works, but I'll allow it.
Edmund? God, you look awful.
Now back to the sewers.
She stopped. She's maybe 100 meters ahead.
We're at level 7G.
One of your chair moisteners from Sector 7G.
So the big party also has a swimming event to show off the new pool. Pool. Sewers under the university full of giant rats. Playing Christmas music for this. Oh, sorry. Rats! It's an interesting mix of things here. Like, there's some real rats on a miniature pool set, and there's some puppets, and also what look like either dogs or possibly people in giant rat costumes. It's a chaotic mess, but they tried. Oh no, not the dean. Not me, I'm too young to die. Take this slut.
No thanks, we got slop for breakfast.
Anyway, carnage continues. Why is everyone still in here? Like, fucking leave already.
Get the fuck out of here!
Good morning, gentlemen. Is there a problem?
Yes, officer. As a matter of fact, there is a problem. Apparently, there are too many bullets in this gun.
So then Science Guy gets a guy to play 3 blind mice on his electric guitar, which draws all the rats into the courtyard so the police can gun them all down from the roofs. No, I'm not making this up. I'm just realizing now, like, this is supposed to be a callback to when he played the flute to summon his rat earlier. But it's just so fucking ridiculous.
No!
Science Guy's all broken up because he didn't want his poor pet rat to get killed. But what you gonna do? And that's the end of that. Or is it? Right, what about Bobby?
Hello?
Kate!
Neil, what's happening there? I've been trying to reach you.
Look, I'll explain to you when I get there. Everything's going to be all right.
Please, Neil, you've got to hurry. Bobby has lost his mind. Really, we cannot control him any longer. He's dangerous.
Kate, just hang on. Just a few more hours, I can be there. Kate!
Damn it, Bobby.
And that's it for real that time. It just ends there. Sure, why not? I guess Bobby's fucked. His friend is dead. Giant Bobby on the rampage. And oh well. So yeah, that's Gnaw. Food of the Gods too. It is a fine Canadian film. So yeah, not a great film on a technical level. Seems like there was probably a lot of troubles with the production. There's a lot of mistakes, a lot of takes that seem like they were first takes that they couldn't be bothered or didn't have time to fix. I don't know. Doesn't stop the movie from being highly entertaining though. I definitely still recommend checking it out. Also some bonus points for it, for that music. The soundtrack is actually really good. There's times where it kind of sounds like it might be by the same person who did Return of the Living Dead. There's sounds really similar at times, but probably should have looked that up beforehand. Future me, please place some text here confirming that I'm completely wrong. Thank you. Anyway, that about does it for yet another episode of Gorevoid. You know the drill. Please like and subscribe. Fight me in the comments. Still bored. Still sitting on my ass on Twitter waiting for someone to start a fight about their favorite bad horror movie that I have besmirched in some way. So, see you in the next.
Kazoom.